Hi there, and welcome back to another episode. I have done a couple of things between episodes. The first would be this wall here. It's pretty short and it's kind of low, but I think the major thing is I actually ended up covering up the giant hole that's here that goes into the big open cave. I like the idea of having an access way, something like this maybe, or maybe something over here, so that I can still access it. We can still, get down into the big cave that's down under there, but not have it like super obvious, super in your face. I'm wondering if we do like a little bit of a hidden entrance kind of a thing, so that I probably won't do like a redstone hidden door. And I guess what I'm talking about is something like this, where it looks like, we're just going back a block. But if you get closer, you can see that there's actually a gap in here. And then what you end up doing is, you kind of curve it around like this so that, from whatever angle you're looking at, like you can see that there's a little bit of an entrance here, but you have to be at the right angle. But everywhere else, it just looks like, a normal wall with a little bit of, this is in front of that, but it doesn't necessarily look like there's an actual passageway in there. So I might do something like that. I don't know, maybe I'll do it here. Maybe I step down and then go that way and go around a couple of blocks. Then I can come this way. Then I'll have access to that hole under there. Yeah, so I'm thinking I might end up doing something like that, but that might end up being later down the road. Maybe after we get all of our walls in here, I'll come back and take a look at that. We'll see. It also depends on what I put underneath there. If I don't have any farms or any builds, way down in those caves down there, then maybe I don't actually need access down there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so what else did I do between episodes? I finished this wall here. So this wall goes from where we finished off this little garden area and the barracks down below with the walkway. And it curves all the way around here in front of the blacksmith shop. And I made it go right past the entrance here to the lowest level with the ancient debris. I think that makes sense. I guess what doesn't make sense is how do we get the ancient debris and the coal up to this level now with the walkway right in front? But I guess that's problems for later me. So, yeah, we'll figure that out later. And then the last thing I did was I put in the floor. So it's just concrete powder and wool at the moment. I will end up converting all of this powder over to concrete, regular concrete, so it'll be a little bit darker than this, but I don't have the water ready yet, so I figured this would be a good starting point. And then we'll have to get our minecart tracks in here along with the magma blocks in order to, that'll be how we kill the slimes. And then we'll have to get in the little spots for the iron golems so that the slimes get attracted to the iron golem so that they stand on the magma block so that they die. Yeah, lots of stuff to do with this farm down here. We'll see how much progress we get on this today, because today is probably going to be a lot, and I do mean a lot, of building, because, well, you may have noticed this little patch over here earlier when I did my intro up there on the storage tower. Maybe you know what I'm doing with this. If I bring this out, you probably definitely know what I'm doing with this. What I'm doing with this is farming crimson logs. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of this, as you can see by that there and that there. Yup. And I'm not done. Nope. Not done yet. So, yeah. I'm going to get back to resource gathering for our build today, which you probably already know what it is because of the title. Yep. So, yeah. I'm going to get back to work gathering up all of the logs. So, yeah. See you guys soon. Alright, I think I have everything now. And it took me a while. The Crimson Stem alone probably took me about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours to do. And there's obviously other blocks other than just the Crimson Wood. But yeah, I think we're getting pretty close to start working on the Potion Brewery Towers now. Or maybe it'll just be the Brewery Towers. You guys will probably know before I do. Anyway, I have gone ahead and done a little bit of terraforming over here just to kind of get the drifts of the sand to be kind of where I want them. I did that off camera mostly because that's a lot of just fiddling around like, ooh, I think this one actually needs to be... you know what? Yeah, actually, I'm going to keep that one there. That's a good place. It's just a lot of fiddling. And it's not overly interesting. So, yeah. But as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 towers. Yep. We're not just building 1 potion tower. We're building 5. Each tower is going to have 3 automatic potion brewers set up, machine gadgets, things. So that should be all of the potions that we need. So yeah, I think I will probably build these one at a time. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how I do this. First of our potion brewing towers is done. So let's go take a closer look at it. Now, obviously, you know, we need to finish up the base of the tower here and kind of get this all situated. The way that I see this tower working is that most people would walk in from this direction. This would be like the central main, and this would be the main entrance here. But for the tower that we've built, you know, they'll kind of wander around here. They'll see this one, and then they'll go down and go into this one. And there'll be a ladder here going up so they can go into the actual main lounge area up here. Yeah. So then they can hang out around here and get their potions here. Yeah. And then I have a painting because I figured I could just put a painting there. And then this will be like, you know, the employees only entrance. And then I can walk in here and do whatever I need to do back here. But then it's not open to the rest of the area over here. So I think that'll work pretty well. Couple things I'm missing. I need to grab some water, and we are actually going to put water here and water here, and then I need one more water for here. I'm also going to put water here, even though there isn't like a dispenser there, and it's not needed for the actual potion brewing setup. But I want to put water in there for the aesthetics of it. So let me go and grab. You may have noticed that I had some shulker boxes here attached to the nether portal. These are the ingredients for 3 of the potions that we're going to brew. And they are the ones that are going to be in this tower that we just created. These 4 shulker boxes include all of the ingredients that I need for these 3 potion brewing setups. So let's see here. These are going to be the 3 main ingredients that we're going to use for potion brewing. The blaze powder is going to make strength potions. The magma cream is going to make fire resistance, which we sort of already have with our piglin bartering farm over in the nether. And then the gas tier is going to make regeneration potions. So I think it makes sense to, let's grab one of each. Let's do the fire res in the middle because we have an alternate source for that potion. Let's do regen over there, and then let's do strength potions there. Yeah, I think that'll make sense. And this design for the potion brewer, the automatic potion brewer is not mine. I found a tutorial by a guy named Ocharon. I'll put a link down in the description. Go and check out the tutorial. It's a pretty good tutorial, and I really like this design. All right, so I actually need I need some torches as well. I will grab a few more. That should be enough. And this is I really like this because it's a 2-wide tileable design. So you can do what I did here and do 3 side by side, or 15 side by side, or just do it with a single potion brewer. And it'll keep brewing potions until all of your output chest down there is completely full. So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we have room to put down some of our shulkers here. So I'm going to grab glass bottles, and I'm going to put glass bottles in this dispenser. Each spot in this dispenser needs to have a glass bottle in here, and it's going to be better that you don't put just a single glass bottle in here, because what's going to happen is this is going to fill up 3, or try to fill up 3 water bottles with the water right in front of it, and that's going to spit it down into this hopper right here. And we are going to fill probably 2 item spots with blaze powders here, and that will go into the brewing stand and start filling up the blaze powder here, so that we can actually power and create the potions. And then our ingredients are going to be in these droppers up here, and they're going to spit the item into the hopper, and the hopper is going to fill out. And then this item hopper has a filter in here, so it's going to pull 1 item from this barrel, and then it's going to insert that item into the potion brewing stand here. And then when that one is done, when it's done brewing awkward potions, for example, it'll then pull the next item down, which will then be, the blaze powder, the magma cream, or the gas tiers. and that'll turn it into whatever the actual potion that we're trying to build. And then it'll pull in the final item. So that will be the redstone to make it longer, or the glowstone to make it a higher tier, a better potion. And then once that's done, there will be no more, we won't be able to, we're not adding another ingredient to it. So then the potions will drop out into that hopper and go into the chest down there. And then 3 more bottles will get filled with water from the dispenser, fill in, and the process will repeat itself. So yeah, I am going to go through here, filling up all of the dispensers with all of the glass bottles, put in all of the items that they need for making the individual items, filling up all of the nether wart, and pretty much making this ready to go. I won't be kicking either of these 2 off. I won't be doing anything with the magma cream or the gas tiers, but I will probably start brewing up some blaze powders, some strength potions. So yeah, we can see this in action here. All right, I think we are going to let this guy run, and I will start building up a couple more of the towers. Well, the towers are done, and I think they turned out fairly well. Let's give you guys another flying look at the towers. I I really liked this branching netherwort leaf thing in my creative world. There's something about it now that it's here in the world that I'm not entirely sure that I like. I think part of it is that it just kind of starts here and then it grows and then it does. Ouch. Ouch. Get me out. I want out! And it I don't know. It kind of feels like it just all of a sudden grows out of nowhere and it's big and it's, yeah. So I might, when I do some terraforming around here, landscaping around here, I might have a lot of that red netherwort block and kind of spread it around and kind of make it feel more part of the actual area instead of it just showing up on top. Yeah. I have done all of the interiors, and as you can see, we do have clerics in here with each of the separate tower bases have a slightly different interior. Like this one has a whole bunch of almost like serve your own beer taps, which could be a pretty dangerous if you ask me. Maybe this one is soda. Maybe this one's soda, and the rest of them are beer because the rest of them are behind counters. Maybe. And then all of them have ladders that go up into the tower with a little entranceway. So yeah, that is kind of the base and the main tower. The other thing that I added that I didn't really talk about because I wanted to have all of them in here before I showed it to you is up here. You see, well, I have soul sand on all of them. If I grab this shulker box right here, it's filled with netherwort. Now, why do I have a shulker box just randomly filled with netherwort? Well, you probably already put it together, but you see, you have to have soul sand in order to plant netherwort. And seeing as this is our potion area, and most of the potions take netherwort, we're gonna need a lot of netherwort. But I don't necessarily want to have to run around and break it all whenever I'm ready to harvest netherwort. So I set up a little automatic water gathering system that'll break all of the netherwort, and obviously I'll only do that once the netherwort's fully grown. And that's also the point of this big giant leaf thing, because as you can see, that one now is flooded, that one now is flooded, that one is now flooded, and this one is also flooded. So that one switch is flooding all of these different fields. Then I'll be able to have all of them filled with netherwort and be able to go around and collect all of the netherwort. Then I'll have to go around and manually plant all of the netherwort afterwards. Now that our netherwort growing area is all set up, I think I will run around to the 5 different towers and plant all of the netherwort that I can. I think I have enough to get all of them fully planted, so we'll plant them and get them growing, and then we'll be able to fill in the rest of the hoppers with netherwort. There were a few towers that didn't have any netherwort whatsoever, so I'll have to figure out which ones those are and fill them in. So yeah, just gonna be doing this for a while. Our netherwort fields are all planted up, and so we'll go and harvest that sometime soon once they are all grown, and we'll be able to fill up a fair amount more of the potion brewers with the netherwort. But while that's growing, I think we should turn our attention over to the slime farm. And I want to keep kind of, making gradual progress on this thing. So if I, I fell. I think what I want to do is knock out this wall and knock out that wall. I will put in a collection system down below and the magma. And then I think I'm going to do the walls and the punch out enough room for the slimes to actually get into the killing chamber. And then I will probably build up the floor. So I will have this be set up as a mostly functional slime farm, probably between episodes here. The reason why I feel comfortable doing that is there's still work that I'm going to do on the slime farm at another time. Because, well, the way that I will probably set this up between episodes is just, you know, have the killing chamber with the magma and the iron golems in between, and then allow the slimes to jump off and land on the magma blocks. But I want a way to be able to turn off my slime farm. Because, well, we built this giant mountain for a reason, right? Our hostile mob farm is in there. It doesn't make sense to be using mob space spawning slimes literally right next to our giant mob farm. So we're not going to do that. We're probably going to set up a system to flood each of these paths. Each of the 4 paths. That way all of the spawns that are available will spawn in the hostile mob farm up there and not down here in the slime farm. So, yeah. But that will probably do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Time to go sleep.